in the dining hall at Ravenloft. So we can do Theater of the Mind until it comes back up. Maybe there's some way I can like share part of my screen or something, or pull up a map or something if we need it. But yeah, let's just see how far we can get. If Roll20 doesn't come up eventually in the next half hour or 45 minutes, we probably won't be able to get too far. We can just kind of like hit the pause button, find our next night, and pick it up from there. But otherwise, hopefully we can get a game going here. So, are you guys all good?
I'm good to go. We're live,
Yep.
so whatever you want to do.
Okay, cool. You got the recap handy if you want to follow along. Let's see. Cool. All right. See, last time we got together was June 28th. That was session 77. I called it Dinner with the Devil. And the subline is, did you forget that you are dining with monsters? All right. Let's see. In the heart of Castle Ravenloft, Count Strahd von Zarovich extended a regal welcome to the adventurers at a feast awash in grandeur. Under the watchful eye of his chamberlain Rahadin, the banquet unraveled amidst the opulence of the dining hall. Around them, elegantly attired vampires weaved in and out, ensuring glasses were filled with either the bold Red Dragon Crush or the rare white wine Champagne du Lestamp. Ragnar, the stout dwarf, indulged in a cordial conversation with Rahadin, his curiosity stoked by the exotic banquet ingredients. Strahd, aiming to ease into the evening, initiated a toast, expressing regret for past misunderstandings and revealing a threefold purpose behind the dinner: an impending announcement, resolving certain unfortunate matters, and satisfying his curiosity about the group. The party responded with a mix of caution and intrigue. Following the toast, each adventurer indulged in their wine of choice. Thoradin, Deckard, and Ragnar chose the refined Champagne du Lestamp, while the rest of the party relished the Red Dragon Crush. Strahd's interest in their motivations and desires came as a surprise to the adventurers during their meal. In the midst of the feast, Strahd requested additional wine, to which Alaric gallantly offered assistance. Down in the cellar, he encountered a chilling sight: a lifeless Barovian suspended from the ceiling, blood slowly dripping into a basin. A cheeky comment from the vampire Escher reminded Alaric of the company they were keeping. The conversation wove its way through tales of Pimiver's unfortunate meat pie addiction, the puzzling tale of the abbot and the Bellevues, Strahd's dismissal of any ties to Baba Lysaga and the ruins of Berez, and his open disdain for the Order of the Silver Dragon. Juniper's magical beans captured Strahd's attention during a discussion about Barovia's magical gems. As the main course was served, Strahd's demeanor took a serious turn. He presented a lengthy list of accusations against the party titled The Decree of Shadows. Yet, he offered a reprieve, proposing a full pardon in return for their loyalty and the cessation of their disruptive actions. This sparked an uproar amongst the adventurers, especially Alaric, Thoradin, and Ragnar, who vehemently challenged these charges. Alaric was fed up and started yelling about the frustrating conversation, which incited everyone else. Deckard suddenly had the urge to relieve himself and was escorted to the facilities by the red-haired female vampire. While en route, she discreetly indicated to Deckard that not all the vampires here were there by choice, and if they were to confront Strahd, she would do what she could at the time to help when the time came. The confrontation escalated when Strahd reluctantly admitted his past deception as Vasily von Holtz. He confessed his affection for Irina, affirming his intention to provide her safe refuge within the castle. In the midst of this, Strahd suggested transitioning to dessert, signaling the entrance of Irina. She walked in, bearing a tray of mouth-watering desserts, looking healthy and notably unvampiric. Strahd held her arm supportively, promising peace and security. Deckard's attempt to challenge Strahd was swiftly silenced with a spell, prompting him to transform into his werewolf form. Thoradin, in response, brandished the holy symbol of Ravenkind, an action that enraged Strahd, but also froze him and his vampire allies in place. Ragnar further ignited Strahd's wrath by revealing personal secrets from the Tome of Strahd to Irina. This move seemed to sow seeds of doubt in Irina, while Strahd's rage ensured all diplomatic possibilities were now off the table. In an abrupt turn of events, Strahd, Irina, and his entourage vanished, transforming into a black mist. As they dissipated through the floor, Strahd left behind a haunting threat. The castle turned eerie as doors slammed, lights extinguished, and a rhythmic heartbeat suddenly resonated from its depths. In the unsettling darkness, Deckard, a grin on his face, revealed a handful of colorful stones from the strange brazier. That's where we ended. Kind of sitting in the dining hall, in darkness. Literal darkness since Roll20's not up. Can't see anything. So that's where you guys are at. If you again, the dining hall was rather large. It was about 35 by 35 feet. Really nice banquet table, crystal chandeliers. It was all lit up at one point. Food all over the table. There's a big organ at one end of the hall that Strahd himself was playing when you walked in. He had thrown up that sort of wall of force at one point to protect himself from you guys. All that's gone now, and you're just sitting in the room, an empty room, just the six of you.
Juniper has a torch, so she's gonna get that lit.
And with that, Deckard can see again. I forget who else can't see in the dark.
I think pretty much
No
everybody
one else.
can but Deckard.
Yeah, I'm
And-
the only noob that can't see.
Fucking humans.
Alright, we got a bunch of dwarves. Yeah, I think he's the only one. Only human.
So that lights up the room. As a reminder, let's see. So this room, on the sort of the west wall, is the big organ. The whole wall is the organ. The main feature in the room is the table itself, with some like side serving tables, and then there's big double doors that you came in from. It's really the only notable exit.
And we have, I realize this just happened, but we have no idea where anybody went any direction. It literally was like a magician show where they just everything disappeared, right? Nobody
That's
opened
right.
the door, nobody nothing. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it all kind of happened in front of you. In fact, you guys were more towards the door. And Strahd and his entourage were on the far end of the table by the organ. So they weren't even by the door. They'd have to all have gone by you. But you saw them. They just kind of like when the holy symbol, when they freed themselves of the holy symbol, Strahd's face was just pure rage. I mean, he'd been cool and calm and playing the nice guy the whole time, until he was held by the holy symbol, and then Ragnar just spilled all his dirty laundry out of the tome. As soon as he snapped out of that, he was just pure rage, and they just all disappeared. And then seconds after that, Deckard heard it first because he's got the sharpest ears, but you all eventually hear it and can't not hear it. It just sounds like a bass drum at the cadence of a heartbeat, just boom, boom, like deeper into the castle.
For the moment, Roll20 is working. I'm at least on the splash page. The chat's working and everything. I don't know if it's gonna crash, but it's there.
They were just waiting for me to get the recap done.
Yeah, that was it. Right, they were watching. We're really big on Twitch.
Nice.
All right. Well, I'm in. I'm gonna not look a
actually
gift
pee
first in the
really
mouth.
quick because I've been fucking with this for the last hour.
Yeah. I wanted everybody to see my pretty splash page too.
Is that
Ooh.
Strahd?
Hmm?
Is that Strahd?
That's Strahd. That's not how Strahd's looked to you guys up until the moment before he. So when he kind of came out of the holy symbol, his face went from, like normal, pale, ugly guy to monsterish looking guy. Like he just like you saw a couple lightning flashes and his face went from normal to monster mode like that, and then he kind of put his hands out around him. He put his hands around Irina, then reached out towards Rahadin, and they all simultaneously turned into like misty versions of themselves that then just disintegrated into the floor. So we're all in, right? Everybody's good?
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right, then I'm going to take us to a different kind of map because this place gets really confusing. I'm not going to use those 3D isometric maps that I had been showing you. Now that we're kind of more in a specific area, I'm going to let you guys do your tokens and stuff again. So you'll probably want to zoom in about close to 200% maybe, because these are large maps. And then if you zoom into the bottom left, you'll see yourselves in the little dining hall, and hopefully everybody can move themselves.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Been a few sessions since we did that.
Look at all that food. Are we just eating that there?
Okay.
Are those windows?
So, Deckard, you told us about the invisible vampires, right? I think you told us last time.
I
So
did.
we all know that that's gonna go down.
Yeah.
About the fact that
There
there's
are-
friendly vampires, you mean?
There's invisible shit floating around.
Oh.
There are vampires that we can't see roaming this castle.
Did you inform us of the one that some of them are willing to help us or not? No.
I have not yet.
I don't think so. I don't think you had a chance to speak freely with anybody. So, yeah, I guess in character, Will, you're the only one that kind of has heard that yet, and nobody else really.
Deckard actually takes out his whip. He's just flailing it along the walls, into corners, all around. And as he's doing that, well, fellas, ladies, there's got some info on my way to the crapper.
The crap.
Not all of them are bad. The one that escorted me there seemed like she might have wanted to help, given the opportunity. And she also let me know there's invisible vampires all around this place. It's like why that food floated in. They're invisible servants. I'm checking every corner, every part of this room for invisible.
Your audio is a little skippy for me. Just saying.
Is it?
It's too far away from it.
All right,
You're far away.
I'll bring it closer. Fix that in a minute.
I heard you, but
So did you catch all that? So basically, what I explained was there are invisible vampires all over the place, and I learned that not all of them are necessarily aligned with Strahd.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's our plan here? We're in his castle, so the that sound, this heartbeat, that's what Madame Eva mentioned. She said on that marionette card that go to great heights, look for the beating heart of the castle.
So probably go to great heights. Go to the beating heart of the castle.
We're already at great heights, right? I don't know if that's what it means or if it means higher up in the.
Maybe that's just a reference to where the castle is. It's probably buried in the basement or something. Lower level coffin shit.
Does anybody know how to play the organ?
Juniper would be willing to give it her best go.
I think, Juniper, why don't you play the keys and see if you could find something?
Should we have?
He
Is
does
that
have
the
a pan
first?
flute, so
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Was that the first Sparkle that we've heard? Or well, you said. I'm sorry. Well, you said that the vampires that aren't all necessarily aligned with Strahd. We've never heard of anything like that before, right? Like it was just safe to assume that vampire stuff was always just minions of Strahd, right? I think that's safe to assume. Okay.
Did you trust this lady, Deckard? You think she's?
I don't know that I trusted her, but she volunteered the information.
Yeah.
Say that they're not all bad.
Huh.
Juniper, you want to try playing the organ?
Yeah, sure, why not? She'd be enthusiastic about that.
All right. You can roll up to sit yourself at the organ, and what are you trying to do? Just play a tune? Play anything in particular?
So Juniper kind of sits down and rolls up her little sleeves and puts her hands out and does, I guess, the Barovian version of chopsticks.
Okay. All right. Make a performance check.
Oh, good luck.
Eh.
Ooh. Okay.
15. So you belt out a pretty good version of like a simplistic, children's kind of song. It may the notes kind of string together. I don't know that you're particularly proficient with an organ, but you seem to have a knack for music and performance. So it sounds pretty good. Deckard, you're kind of near the door. You notice that the sound of the organ seems to have like a haunting echo throughout the building. Like after she plays like a measure or a couple notes, you hear the notes echo and echo again, like throughout the castle. But otherwise, nothing happens.
We still hear the heartbeat thing.
Yes. Yep. Very, very, very steady cadence of that.
So Ragnar starts rubbing his head and just says, "Lads, do you remember when we were with Rictavio and he had the mutant guy hanging up outside the tower and he mentioned there was a dragon in this castle? Didn't he say something like that?"
Can't remember.
He was telling us to walk into the castle and laughing, and he was like, "Go ahead, good luck. Don't see the dragon."
Oh yeah, I think I remember that.
I'm hearing this beating. I'm wondering if it's something to do with that. I don't like it. Keep it in mind.
I wonder if there's any more of those. You've got the stones. I wonder if there's any more of those, things that can zip us around. I think that'd be safer than us just walking through.
I like that. It's a good idea.
Dan, do we have any kind of how do I put this? Like an idea of how far away? Like, are we several floors below, or are we like?
No, you were escorted in by Rahadin when you rolled up in the carriage and stuff, and you're on the ground floor.
Right.
So you actually it was kind of dark, and they kind of rushed you in, so you didn't get a good look of like at all the rooms and stuff. But you walked through a large entryway, and then there was like a big open area, a big like foyer type of area, and then a few more couple turns and you were in this room. So you're on the ground floor. Yes.
But like, did we have a sense, I guess, like how far off the floor we were when we were in that library and when we went down to the
Well, isn't that at the top?
Like, did we have an idea of like, are we still multiple levels below that, or did we take steps down to be? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get a gauge on whether
We didn't go. We
went down
higher
one
when we
staircase.
teleported in. We went down one floor, if I remember correctly, right?
We were on the roof because it was on the roof of the castle.
Right. So we're like second highest floor to our knowledge, right? Because we were.
Yeah,
Tell me what you see here.
we're on those parapets, and
Is
I-
this shifting up?
I see.
I got a
black screen.
out.
I'm
Yeah,
Okay.
we
sorry.
don't
Get
see
black.
it.
That's fine. That's good. I'm going to show you the whole castle. You guys have been around and in it enough. This is just an outside view of the castle.
Oh, nice.
So we were on that very front edge.
So you
right? That's
see
we
where I'm put-
teleported in.
Yep.
Where I put the marker, and now this is confusing, but you see here this what they call the curtain wall
Mm-hmm.
extends the whole outer perimeter. Okay. This like larger wall. But you landed on the curtain wall, Podge, to answer your question, at sort of the mid-level.
Okay.
When you were out on that outer area, you saw that there were towers above you. So there were still more floors. I don't know if there were floors necessarily above you, but definitely the towers, the spires went up. So
Right.
there's multiple spires. And now you know that you're not where this marker is, but that's the ground floor that you're on.
Got it. Okay.
If you were approximating, you'd guess that each floor, although you don't know that they're all, that it's not like a house where there's a 1, 2, 3 floor. It's kind of like all broken up. Maybe 40 feet between floors in the castle, based on the where the windows are and how high the ceilings are.
And we entered in that lower right kind of cluster of buildings on the ground floor there, right? Is that correct?
No.
Oh.
You entered. This is where it gets a little bit harder to describe, but I don't mind showing this. If you scroll down a little bit further.
Oh, okay, okay. That I got it. That makes sense. I can see now how it's.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. I was afraid I revealed too much, but that's actually pretty good. So this will give you even better view. So as you came across this bridge, big open courtyard area, you walked right through these front doors and you cut around here. You're kind of right about where I'm pinging now.
I can't see any.
I'm not seeing pings.
So you came in through here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any pings.
Yeah. I'll reload.
How about now?
There, I just saw one.
There.
Okay.
Although that was
Here, let me draw
dangerous
a circle.
thing I
Yeah.
just
So
did.
that gray thing's like the footprint of the castle, and that's.
Yeah. You guys came in through this door.
Yep.
There we go.
I see it.
All right. And then that's all I'm going to show you because that's enough.
Got it.
You guys don't have a map of the damn place, you're smart enough and you've been here a few times that you get I want you to understand the general lay of it. So
Spatial awareness. Gotcha.
there you go.
Well, it
Exactly.
sounds like we got to go find some stairs.
Yeah.
So if we're going to start walking around, Ragnar would reach into his inventory. Guys, I got some holy water here. Juniper, you take one. I would want to give Juniper one.
I'm not thirsty
Okay.
right now. I just have.
You don't- You don't drink it. You don't drink it. You use it.
Don't drink it.
You throw it.
Got it.
And I think I would give one to Deckard because I feel like he's very deadly.
All right. So you guys can each add a holy water. Ragnar, it looks like you have 3, so you can you'll keep one to yourself. All
In
right.
case you get caught by one of those bloodsuckers.
All right. What do you guys want to do? Juniper, you still playing the organ, or you just wanted to try it out?
I just wanted to try it
Can
out.
we get some Furlise?
It's going to need a DC 20 check on that one.
I could do Mary Had a Little Lamb or chopsticks.
Hot cross buns.
I mean,
Can
that
you do
would
it with
work.
just your knuckles, though?
I don't think
This is a dumb question. Do I have the Sunblade?
You
should-
do.
You should
I-
still have it, yeah.
Yeah.
You better have it.
Well, right. I guess I never added it to my inventory.
Are you looking for it right now?
Yeah, it's dark, right? Where is it? Kind of dark where we're at.
Yeah, you had. I think you had picked it up and like thrown it in your backpack. Are you reaching for it? Are you looking,
Yeah,
bringing it
I
out?
would like to. Yeah, I would like to reach for it.
You don't find it.
Oh hell. Fuck my ass. Okay.
Are you gonna? So I'd assume that if you look for it where you put it and you didn't find it, you continue to like go through all your stuff. Are you gonna like really scour everything to see if you misplaced it? Are you like dumping out your bags and everything?
I would say to the group when I initially didn't find it, I would say, "Aye, lads, I can't find the sunblade. I can't find the magical sword."
Do you have the amulet?
I check.
You do.
I do.
Yeah, you actually whatever you it may still be in your hand, or you had just kind of put it down or whatever you were.
Yeah,
holding
because
it up.
we just used it. Yeah, so I have the holy symbol. Unless when we teleported or whatever, or the mist took it. I don't know.
Gordon, how'd you lose a sunblade?
It's a great question. There must be some sort of dark magical foul.
Yeah, you suddenly are like, whoa, I'm pretty sure I put it in my bag. I don't. So yeah, it definitely seems strange and a mystery to you.
That's fucked up.
Well, should we? I mean, what do we do? What's our game plan? And do we go search out this heartbeat? Do we try to find the brazier? Do we?
Well, I say, yeah, let's go. I think we
Yeah.
should head up.
Let's proceed with caution, but let's move out of here. I say we track down the heartbeat.
I can't see shit, so someone's gonna have to lead the way.
Well, we got a
So-
torch lit, so you can see a little bit, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Torchlight goes. Yep, she did. 20 feet. Yeah, so you can see these are 5-foot squares, by the way, so you can see about 4 squares out, Deckard.
So,
That's the blue is a devotion aura, so just keep that in mind.
Oh,
these
nice.
are doors here, right?
That's right. Those were the doors you went in and out of to go to the bathroom, and Alaric went in and out of to go grab wine. So you guys have been in and out of here a couple times.
Deckard's gonna just step outside here, take a look around.
All right. I'll. It's not at all what I meant to do. I will reveal. Well, blocks at a time that probably represent about what Deckard could see. You guys could maybe see a little bit further, but as you step out of the dining hall, now when Strahd and his entourage kind of split, everything in the dining hall went dark and quiet, and just like went from like party mode, like kind of homely, to just eerie, creepy, like just instantaneously. As you step out, you see that the rest of the castle isn't completely like devoid of like light and activity. It feels a little bit like it did before when you came in. But this is the guest hall. There are some torches in this room that have been put out that were lit before, so that's changed. But it's a vaulted hall. To the east, which you can see there on the right side, is an arched hallway. That stretches for about 20 feet back. So this goes back a little bit further. That looks like whoever's in front, you can see there's a spiral. It looks like it leads to a spiral staircase of some sort. And then in the corner here, you see this right here, you see a suit of armor. It's well oiled. It's like kind of glistening, and it stands at attention in that little alcove. And then you came from the west, the large double doors, and that's it. Oh, and then to the north, and then it also opens up wider to the north, like this same room. If you were to go a little bit north, you see like Thoradin, Sparkle. You're looking north, you see it's a larger room, and that you remember that's the one you came through, but you came through so quickly you didn't have a chance to really pause and look around that room. And yes, if you guys all don't mind, if everybody is on Roll20 and kind of in control of your characters, please move them for me, but kind of don't over move them, because we're in a tight area and I want to make sure, I'm explaining things as you go. But if you're sticking together, I'm assuming this sort of formation, and then Alaric's just like, I'm gonna go off.
Just fucking with you. So make sure you're paying attention.
All right, what would you guys like to do?
It's a pretty neat looking suit of armor.
Yeah, is any of that armor or the weapon that the armor has, if it has a weapon, is any of that usable?
Or are we just gonna go over there and reanimate it?
I was just gonna say.
Oh yeah, maybe not. Okay.
It was difficult last time.
That was.
You know what? Edit undo. We're good. I'm good.
I mean, it's just like, what's the gain to loss situation here? You know what I mean?
Lots to lose. Lots to lose.
Right. We're gonna get some gold or electrum. I don't know.
So, but to answer the question, like from a distance, if you don't walk up to it and start fucking with it, it looks like a real suit of armor that's well maintained, and it's like a human, like a normal sized human set of plate mail, which would be pretty valuable.
Any weaponry?
Expensive.
No, actually he doesn't. It's just the arm. He's saluting or standing at like soldier attention.
Human sized.
Human sized.
Wouldn't work for us anyway.
Let's start moving east.
Armor. We can't be knights, Juniper.
That is true. We got a bunch of little people and.
It wouldn't fit you, and we don't need Deckard and armor.
Would not want anything like that, so yeah, we're good.
Maybe Juniper wants to try it on.
Maybe I could transform into a bear and put on the plate. And that would
See,
find the
now
most
that's-
terrifying thing.
See,
Trinket.
that's a good
How about
idea.
you?
You'd be like
Yeah.
Trinket.
I would.
Yeah.
I like that.
You do notice a bit of torchlight from the north, where this room opens to a larger room. There, you see that there's light up ahead, faint. So those torches didn't go out.
Maybe we head that way then.
Yeah, you don't want to check out the east first?
Yeah.
It's a staircase.
That's a staircase. All right, let's go towards the light.
If anyone gets near the staircase, you at least note that it goes up and down.
I
All right,
mean,
fuck the stairs.
Clear the room first.
okay.
Yeah,
here-
right. Yeah, I think the stairs is like that's where we go when we don't know what to do.
Yep.
That's my opinion.
Fuck the king.
That's where we came in, right? Up those stairs.
Yeah. Oh no!
Wait,
Oh no!
what?
No, we came
No,
through
no.
this room.
No. We
Yeah,
came
yeah,
through
those-
this big
yeah,
We
hall.
just don't
So-
remember.
so-
Well, I mean, we just kind of quickly came through here, so we didn't observe the room.
Exactly. So I'll if as you guys, as Ragnar and Alara kind of poke your heads in there a little bit, you do. So you go. You notice this is the great entry hall that you guys came through. So there was like a couple doors that you went through before you got to this room. This room is pretty massive. It's like 35 feet each direction, width and length. It's got these big pillars that go up. There's these big columns in the middle of the room. I think you can see those 4 columns. And there's cobwebs everywhere. So this isn't as neat and clean as maybe the dining room was. So cobwebs stretch between the columns that support the vaulted ceiling of a great dusty hall, dimly lit by sputtering torches and iron sconces. The torches cast odd shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles that are squatting motionless on the rim of a dome ceiling. The cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by decay. And then to the east side of the room, you see big bronze double doors. Huge. They're like 12 feet tall. All solid bronze. And then to the north, there's another staircase that's huge. Like a wide, not a spiral staircase, but like it's about 25 feet across. Just grand set of steps that go up to what looks like, as far as you can see, like maybe a landing, and then it turns. Let's see, and then you guys came from the south, which is where you came from, the dining hall.
Do we think there's any ghosts, vampires, or anything in this room?
Are you asking me or each other?
Well, what do you think, Dan? I mean, honestly.
I know.
If you,
Well,
would you
I
use
know.
divine sense if you were a paladin, or?
Do you have any like
Always.
you little like? Don't you have some kind of like spidey sense for that? That like tingly.
I do. I'm asking if you think I should use it.
I don't know if you're curious if there's stuff here, but I don't know how often you can do that. But
I can do it 3 times before I need to sleep.
yeah,
Deckard, just whip your whip around.
See, I like that. I like the Simon Belmont thing. That's good.
Yeah, I'm just whipping it around.
Yeah, baby. He's going around the room.
Get all the candles. You got to get the meat.
Yeah.
I'm like Brigitte looking for.
Oh God.
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll when you do that. I mean, are you like swinging the whip around in
Yeah.
random open space
I'm like
to see if there's
putting it
someone
in
invisible?
corners, and I'm pretty much just. I'm essentially like vacuuming the room, but in the air with a whip.
Good thing there's no durability on weapons.
Right. Yeah, right. Will's weed whacking every corner of the entry hall here. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
He's got the whip. Why not?
Sec. Why am I not signed? This is why I need real dice. Here we go. An attack roll with the whip.
Mhm.
All right. 15.
Nice.
All right, you kind of like canvas the room in a sort of logical way, obviously hitting the bigger spaces that seem to be open, and doesn't really connect with anything unexpected. But the rest of you are in this room, and yeah, there's doors to the east, doors to the west, stairs to the north.
Do we notice that the beating sounds louder or the same?
Make a perception check.
that's a good idea. Just follow.
13.
13. You can't tell. It's very non-directional at this point. Sort of like bass is, right? Like you just kind of hear this bass, and it's kind of seems like it's coming from all around you. So yeah.
Maybe Deckard, with your super keen ears, maybe you can kind of figure out where that heartbeat's coming from.
Yeah, Yeah, I guess I'll kind of follow my ears. I don't know if I can hone in on it with the echoes and stuff, but can I get a sense of direction from it?
Yeah. Go ahead. Make a perception check. It would be sound based.
18.
18. You it feels like it is from above you. Not directly above, not on the other side of the castle above. You're not sure. You just know that it's not. It's not. You at least know it's not beneath you.
Okay. Well, fellas, everybody, I think it's above us. I think we got to go up. Can't tell exactly where, but it's up.
If it ain't down, it's up.
You know what they say? Right side ain't the right side of down.
I hear shit like that all the time down here. I swear to God.
That the North Carolina drawl, I can't do that one. I do like a generic Southern accent. The Carolina drawl is all its own.
I was
like
near
Boston
South Carolina last week. It's bad.
So I guess Deckard, knowing that, am I holding the torch? Who has the torch?
Hey,
Juniper.
have it?
Yeah, but the torches are more lit now, so I think she would have put it out. Is that right?
Yeah, well, if you don't need the torch in this room because there's torches on the walls that are keeping it all lit up.
Are the torches removable from the wall? Are they like sconces?
They're sconces, but you could take the torch out of the sconce. They're like replenishable.
Can I remove one of the torches and like have my own?
Yep.
So I do that.
Yeah, you're holding that in your hand.
Okay. We gotta find some stairs. Which door does everybody want to go through? I say we go through this one over here, but that's just my take.
Lead the way, Deckard.
Yeah, it's kind of a crapshoot right now. So
Yeah. I mean, unless somebody has a rhyme or reason, we're just kind of playing rock, paper, scissors at this point, it seems.
This might be the coat closet. Let's open this one up.
So that way, you guys came through that way, but like that's heading back towards the front entrance, and it was.
These stairs go up or down?
Those stairs go up.
Oh, Deckard's like, oh hey, look, there's some stairs here.
But if you want to check that room, it was the room that Rahadin ushered you guys through, but he really rushed you through it, so nobody really got a good look at that room to the west. But the stairs to the north go up.
I open those doors.
Okay.
And you can't see shit.
No, he's got this torch in his hand. He pries the door open, sticks the torch in there, and kind of looks in, and it is the entryway. So you see actually the front doors to the castle that you came through are wide open now. They're hanging wide open, and you can see your way out of the castle right now. And there's more torches in this room. Yeah, and that's it. The set of double doors to the west appears to be an exit for the castle. And then you look up, naturally, which you guys hadn't done before. It was really dark in here when you went through. And then, Deckard, you kind of poke your head in and you're looking around. You see the doors open. You're like, oh, that's outside. Oh, Deckard, make a perception check, sight-based. So I don't know if you get advantage on that or not.
13.
13. Okay. But when you put your torch in there, kind of look around the room, looks like the entryway. The front doors are open. You can't really see through the front doors because it's a little bit. I mean, you can see through the front doors, but you don't catch anything beyond that. But overhead, in this really vaulted ceiling, now that you're kind of looking up and you have a torch and a second to look, you see 4 big statues of dragons that are glaring down. And as you kind of move your torch around, it makes their eyes flicker in the torchlight.
Can I take a closer look, holding the torch up towards them?
Yeah, you want to step in the room and like kind of like shine it around and see if there's anything else or get a better look.
How alive do these dragons look?
I mean, you'd have to probably they're motionless.
Hey,
You'd have to
Ragnar,
like you'd have to there. I don't know. The torchlight goes up about 20 feet. They're like 30 feet up, so you probably need to get like to tell like what to see their like features or colors or anything like that. You'd really have to. You need better light or closer light.
Ragnar, you see them dragons up top there?
I see him.
Think they'd come alive if we walk in that room?
Do they, Dan? Do they look like? Do they look similar to the silver dragon stuff that I took from Ogrenvost?
Make that's a good question. How about an insight check?
Hmm.
And since you're standing outside of the room with disadvantage, sorry.
Okay, so I gotta do it twice.
No, it's fine. You don't have to roll it again.
Okay.
'cause 10's low enough.
Yeah.
You can't really tell. Even with your infravision, you really can only see the outline of them. They could be silver dragons, but you'd have to get a better look to know for sure.
Can I tell me if this isn't allowed? Can I take out the little silver dragon sword thingy that I have and kind of like hold it up in like near his torch and like try to like hold it up and see if anything happens?
Oh, you have one of their swords, one of their silver swords from Argynvost, like one of the order.
I
ordered
remember picking one of those up, like
Yeah.
a junk sword. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to step into the room to do it, or are you just holding it in the doorway and waving it around?
I'll step in, and I'm not holding it in like an attack position. I'm holding it kind of almost like with the blade up, with the handle up.
Okay. Kind of like Deckard's holding the torch. You have your vision. You step into the room with the sword just kind of like presented, not like you're ready to stab something. The 4 statues of the dragons suddenly start to animate and swoop down violently in an attack formation, and are now all 4 are swooping down to the ground towards you. You see at the last second that they are red dragons, and they look smaller. They look smaller than the blue dragon that you fought at Van Richten's tower. They're considerably smaller than the skull of the silver dragon that you guys retrieved. But they're dragons, and they're vicious, and they're coming right at you. And you all need to roll initiative.
Can we slam these doors real quick? Try and bar them.
You
That's a
might be
good
able
question.
to.
That's a good question.
Potentially. Is something you certainly can do.
Fucking
Oh,
shit
I'm
rolls.
sorry. Shit. I didn't get all your rolls in here before I hit the button, so I might need help here. Alaric 21.
Yep.
How do I not remember? There it
What's
is.
that? I didn't hear that.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. No, what'd you say?
I had a 10.
All right. I think I got it. Okay. Alaric 21, Deckard 7, Thoradin 9, Sparkle 10, Ragnar 18, Juniper 21.
Mhm.
Sounds good.
And I
Okay.
had 7. Yeah.
All right. Alaric, I think maybe you have higher decks or something. It has you up first. So you saw Deckard. So Ragnar, go ahead and move yourself into the room. Did not mean to burp so disgustingly. Yeah, and you see these these multiple red-ish dragon. It doesn't look as big as this, but I'll show you that.
Are they
Uh,
big enough to like? Are they babies, or are they big enough to consume any of us?
Um,
Wormlings, drakes.
Like, can I grapple one, hypothetically?
that's a good question.
I imagine they could eat juniper.
I'm thinking
They
can't
are.
be that big. It's just a
Yes,
small room.
they are the size of a
Toyota Corolla.
maybe not even that big.
Stratus-
Maybe not that big. They might be about the size of a grizzly bear.
Yeah, like a
I
horse or
was
something?
So they're-
thinking
okay.
Whereas that blue dragon you guys fought was the size of a school bus,
Okay.
and a huge
Oh.
dragon is the size of a 747.
Yep,
Oh,
there's
wow.
4 of them, right?
And there are 4 of them.
So 4 grizzly bears flying.
That breathe fire and fly. Got it.
Right.
See,
Oh, God.
everything should
What
be
a-
fine.
Yeah.
Flying grizzly bears that shoot fire.
fine.
Jesus fucking Christ.
We're worried about Strahd and we're fighting fucking red dragons.
I'm trying to see if there's a good graphic. Yeah, and whatever. I'm not fucking with this. Yeah, well, I would say about the size of a grizzly bear for these. So by dragon standards and from your experience, they're small, but they are bearing down on you. And Alaric, it's your turn. Ragnar went in there. You saw Deckard and Ragnar go in, and then you heard the screeching of the dragons. I don't know if Ragnar said anything, but that's what's going on.
I would just scream dragons.
Okay, so I'm trying to like figure this all out in my head. Like, does it? It seems like my traveling companions are under attack. Are
Yes.
They...
Yeah.
Okay.
When Ragnar yells dragons, the screeching that you hear definitely sounds confrontational of the dragons.
Okay. Well, I'd like to think that, like, while this is happening in a few seconds, which would be very natural for Alaric to just kind of grab a weapon. You know, he wouldn't just, like, poke his head through a door and be like, is everybody okay? He would be like, this is not good. Which I think everybody at this point would be on high alert, obviously. So Alaric would be drawing his spear, running in there past Ragnar, and I mean, if I can make that happen, I would. I don't know. I mean, is he going to be? I feel like he's going to be pretty surprised to go through the doorway and be like, "Holy shit, fucking dragons!" I don't know. Alaric would go through with his weapon drawn, screaming bloody murder, and would be ready to attack the nearest dragon. So I mean, I guess that would be like this, that one there.
This one right here, yeah. There 2 of them bared down. They're like not like 2 of them are on the ground right in front of Ragnar, and the other 2 are like kind of floating in behind him.
Okay.
So yeah, if you come in, you see. I would say the one in the south here, this guy,
Would be,
is really close to Ragnar. And this one would be really close to you if you come in on the other side of the door. So yeah.
okay. I'll do I'll attack the one up top.
Okay.
And as Alaric's grabbing his spear and just screaming bloody murder, ready to, assuming he's ready to cut some vampire heads off. Not knowing he's gonna fight dragons. Would just yell out to Tempest, ready an attack, and take a swing at that dragon. I mean, it's just he would just have blood in his eyes.
Sweet.
So I would use. Oop, that's the wrong one. I would use his rage, and then I would take a swing at that dragon.
Okay.
15 to hit.
As well aimed as your spear is, and the blood spears never failed you. It won't pierce its dragon scales.
Okay.
Mm.
The other thing I forgot to do is my.
Do you get advantage or something with rage, or did you have
No,
any?
I don't think so. It's just extra damage with rage, and I can do a thing where I can attack, like recklessly, where I can like take a. I did not use that, where I can take a hit to my hit roll to do more damage, but no, it was just an attack I was making there. I forgot to roll my rage. Let me grab this really quick. It's let me just do. I mean, I missed my attack, so regardless of what I did, I don't think it really would have mattered if I remember all these correctly. I just need to roll a d8. All right, so this is 2. Well, that's fine. We'll just leave it as it is. When I used my rage, I could have misty stepped basically, but I don't think in that situation I technically wouldn't have made any sense. But just for reference, I can do that as a bonus action now.
Okay, cool. Anything else? Do you get a second attack?
Well, I don't think so with all that movement. How much did I actually move?
Well, movement's movement. If you get a second attack, you get a second attack. Movement's separate from that.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I do get a second attack then. I guess that's irrelevant as long as I'm within. Okay. 17.
17. So you pull back after your first swing doesn't pierce. Actually, you kind of half pull back. Oh, I showed my camera. You kind of jam and it won't go through, and you pull back and you jam it right back in again, and you get it between two scales. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. $11 piercing damage. Oh, I'm sorry. 14 piercing damage.
Okay. Anything else?
No. That is
Okay.
That's it.
All right. It kind of squeals a little bit, and it kind of doesn't like getting poked in the gut like that. And Juniper, it's your turn.
All right, so Juniper is gonna stay close inside of the R there, move a little bit behind the pillar, and do the doors open in or out, into this room or into that room?
They opened into this room.
Into this room. Okay.
Yeah. So Alaric or Ragnar pulled it open into this room. So yeah.
So she.
But they're open and out of your way, so you don't have to worry about clipping the door or anything.
She's gonna attack the same one that Alaric is attacking, and she's gonna do kind of like she's throwing a baseball, and it's green and acidic looking, and
Hits it right in the face.
for 10.
And nice. Yeah. So it
Yeah.
hits it right in the face, and this green gooey looking stuff kind of singes around its eyes and everything as it kind of kicks its head back a few times. Anything else?
She's just gonna move right back behind the pillar.
Okay, so you're in
R.
pretty good cover. Yep. Dig it. All right, Ragnar, you're up.
Oh gosh. I got one in front of me. I guess I'll take a swing at him, but I was holding the stupid dagger thing, so I gotta probably drop that piece of crap on the floor.
Yeah, you can kind of drop it as a free action and then use your interaction to grab another weapon. I'll give you that.
Okay.
But you really can't do any more equipment changes beyond that in the turn.
No, well, luckily he's right in front of me, so. Would I still be able to attack then?
Yep.
Or
Yep.
okay.
Get your full turn. Go for it.
All right, I'll attack this this clown that's on the bottom.
Got it.
23.
Shatter Spike goes right through its scales, kind of like butter.
All right, I got this. 13.
13 sinks in pretty good, and you see some dragon blood squirting out as it starts to kind of gnarl its teeth at you.
All right, I'll take another swing at this guy. That ain't gonna hit.
Nah, that second one bounces off its thick scales, kind of the same way Ragnar's spear did. They're small, but they're tough. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Let's see. This one in the back. This one over here. It's still up off the ground, and it has it, and it kind of like curls its head back up and opens its mouth, and fire just comes flying out between its two friends, almost like clips its two friends, and hits Ragnar, Alaric, and Deckard. You all need to make a Dex savings throw.
Oh, just out of my range of my devotion aura.
26 for Deckard.
Natural 20, 24.
18 for Lurk.
You all passed. It was a 13 that you needed. So you take half of 26. Each of you take 13 fire damage. And then Spargle, it's your turn.
So it was, how much did we take? 16?
13.
13.
Let's see.
And then after Spargle will be Thornton. You'll be the next person, team player up.
Got it.
Those doors, how wide is that? About the you know what I mean, between the two doors?
It's about a 10-foot wide opening, so each of the big entryway doors are about 5 feet wide.
Gotcha. Do we want to try to seal them in?
I just got my face burned. My beard's on fire. I'd be okay with that.
I don't know if I can. The doors, do they open? This is another.
They opened towards you. They opened inward. Mm-hmm.
Okay. If we can get the door shut, then I can probably seal them shut. But I need you guys to get out of there. So I'll run up to like where the doors would be shut. Like, you know what I mean? Like out
To
of the way
that threshold.
Yeah, and then I'm going to hold an action if I can for now.
Okay. And you're holding the action until those two are out of the room, and then you're doing what?
Then my plan is to cast stone shape and just bring like a piece of stone like up to block both the doors in the middle. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a spike.
Yep. I got it. I love it. Understood. Okay. So you're holding an action, so that's the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Alaric, this one by you, the one that you stabbed a couple times, he is going to snap at you. He's going to bite at you. 24 hit.
Yeah, sorry, I was reading something. 24, you said? Yeah.
Yep. So that's 13 piercing damage
Oh, shit.
and 2 more fire damage. He's got fiery teeth.
When I have physical damage, I round up or down. So do I take? You said 13, so I take 6.
Yeah.
And then plus fire. Got it. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. All right, and then Thornton, you're up,
Um,
and then Deckard, you're up after him.
well, now that I already knows what Spargle is doing, it kind of changes.
Yeah, Sparkle, you said something as you were walking up to the door. You're like, "Hey, you guys want to block off that door? Get out of there." So everybody heard that.
Sorry, you can ignore me. I was just re-rolling my wild magic because I took damage.
Cool.
Yeah, I did yell that to Ragnar, so
Yeah, everybody would have heard it. You guys were within 20 feet of each other, so.
I'm just gonna use a level 1 Cure Wounds on Alaric.
Do you want to roll that?
Yeah.
1d8 plus 2? Is that what that is?
So I have to touch Alaric.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
you
move
do.
right where
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna. If I go where Spargle is, am I able to touch?
Yeah, you can. You can. I mean, unless Spargle's preventing you, you can move through friendly spaces as if they were
Okay.
like free terrain. So you're good.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a level.
Your
I'll use a level
breath.
2 spell slot. I'll use level 2 Cure Wounds. It's a 2d8 plus 2. Oh. 11 damage. You take 11 heal. You heal for 11.
Go for 11.
Yeah,
Bad.
Thank you, my friend.
you're welcome.
Dan, so when I take damage while raging, I get unstable backlash, so I re-rolled wild magic. Now, just so I'm not missing something here, I re-rolled it. I rolled an 8. That reads, a bolt of light shoots from your chest. Another creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage and will be blinded until the start of your next turn. Is that
Ooh, cool.
is that something
Yeah.
I should do immediately, or is that
Yeah.
will that take?
Now it
effect?
sounds like when it activates. So that should have happened. We can kind of retroactively do it. What's the DC?
What did I say? Another creature. So it'll be just the dragon that I'm closest to. I think that makes the most sense. Within 33, you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or take 1d6 radiant damage.
What's the save? The con save. Does it say what it needs to get?
No, it just says it must succeed a Constitution saving throw.
There's got to be a difficulty check on that. Maybe let's go with your spellcasting modifier. Do you have that
Spellcasting
up?
modifier. I don't know where that is.
Well, he rolled a 12, so he's going to fail on it probably either way. So
Okay.
we'll go with that.
So
So
it's just
he-
1d6. I roll that.
Yeah.
What? Okay. So 5 radiant damage and is blinded until the start of your next turn. I assume that means my next turn.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Use this effect on each of your turns as bonus action. Okay.
Okay. How much radiant damage was it? 5?
5.
Okay. Cool. All right. So that one that you're facing off with gets blasted with a little arc of lightning. and it kind of it reels its head back, and its eyes are kind of rolling around. Thornton. Oh wait, no, that was Thornton. Deckard.
So I'm actually still a werewolf.
Oh right.
Remember? So
So you weren't really holding a torch, by the way, unless you were like walking around with it in your mouth.
I can Zelda. Oh my god!
I forgot
that's
about
funny.
that. You're like River
I-
running around with a stick in the yard, but it's lit.
So, I do have this like ability, it's a sort of ability, but part of being in this form is feral might, which gives me advantage on strength checks. So, for the hell of it, I want to see if in my beastie werewolf form, I can reach in, grab Alaric by the collar and Ragnar by the collar and just toss them out of the room.
That's a little bit much for your round.
Okay.
You can grapple and move one of your teammates, and if they let you do it, you don't really have to. You might not have to roll on it.
Mhm.
I would say especially. Well, Lark's a little bit big. No, they're both within your reach. I'd ask you to roll a strength check to do it.
Okay.
Just to see how it goes. But it's not going to be too difficult, especially if they're willing
To move one of them.
to move one of them.
Um. Okay, I'm trying to think what I should do. If I moved one of them, would the dragons get an opportunity shot at them?
No, they would not, because you get an attack of opportunity when
When retreating, right?
right.
Like if you turn your back or something.
Yeah.
Um.
So if something else moves you, like wind or magic, or someone grabs you or something, that's not an attack of opportunity. It's only when you're making like a football move. And if that makes sense.
Yep. Sound like fumble rules. You know what I'm talking about?
Actually, I said that wrong, but I'm gonna roll with how we're doing it here. So that's
Okay,
not.
so I'm gonna Deckard's all werewolf. He reaches in and grabs Ragnar by the collar. Very not graceful. Very beast-like. Grabs him.
With their
and,
mouth or hands?
With my big paw.
Don't use your mouth.
And yanks him out of the room.
All right, Ragnar, are you resisting or are you going with it?
I would go with it, but I would be like, ah!
All right.
What's happening, lads?
Make your strength check. I mean, it's yours to fuck up. It won't be hard.
Okay. I get advantage, so. Wow. 10.
Damn, you almost managed to fuck it up. But no, that's good. Yeah, right. You drag Ragnar into the room. I'll put him right there on the other side of you. They kind of like yank him back. Alaric, you like kind of naturally like move yourself into position in the middle of the door as the stalwart defender of the group, just sort of naturally. But yeah, you good there?
As he drags me out, I would just be like, lads, there's 4 dragons in there. It's 4 of them. They're breathing fire.
So you guys all hear that?
So, and then I would actually like take a step back from the door next to Ragnar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got movement still. So especially as agile as you are, you can kind of position yourself wherever.
Thanks for
I
pulling
got-
me out.
I got Ragnar out.
Yep. And then let's see. So this dragon here, it sees its prey, right? The who he was fighting, kind of takes a swing at him. Would have had an attack of opportunity if I didn't butcher the rules, but gets angry, and then it breathes out fire, the same as this one had done, and it's gonna hit Alaric, and Thornton, and Ragnar again.
That fire's not going
Deck-
to hit Alaric.
These aren't the droids you're looking for. So you guys all make a dex save.
+2.
Deckard, you feel like the heat of the flame as this cone goes by you and just kind of wraps around the two dwarves who are standing in front of you.
Okay.
Matt, you said we get +2?
Yeah, so add
Your aura?
add 2 because of my aura.
Oh, okay. I didn't factor that in.
Huge
before.
right now. Huge
20
right now. I didn't even think
22.
about that.
22 for me as well.
Oh, wait.
19 for me with +2.
Okay. You all kind of skirt most of the damage, and then you take half, which is 10 fire damage.
Hey Dan, I just realized I think I'm underneath Thornton. I'm not sure where I'm at.
Oh, you are? Yeah.
Would I?
I'm
get
sitting
hit
on
too
your
or not?
face.
Dorsparg.
I'm sorry, Spargo. If you're in that square, can you mind rolling for me too? It kind of that the
Spargadin?
flames went on.
What am I doing?
Spargadin.
Dex save?
Dex save
Yeah.
13. You
And
need
you-
a 13.
And then add 2 to it.
Okay.
That's right. You're in his aura as well.
20. 20.
Okay.
21.
Yeah, same for you. 10 damage.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize right away I was.
I'm sorry. Sitting on your fucking face, man.
No, we were like. It was like
Yeah, we're doing the Voltron thing right now.
Voltron. That's what I was just trying to think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this other dragon up here in the top, it do any of you speak Draconic?
Ooh.
In real life, I do,
Oh,
but not
I think
in,
I do. Oh, you know what?
In real life, I do.
No.
Well, that counts.
I don't think I do.
That
I
was
think
good.
that. Yeah, my rogue did. Oh, I'm dating myself. No, I can't.
No.
Well, you hear that, dragon. If no one speaks Draconic, and I just checked Deckard, speaking something in a weird arcane tongue, and it sort of barrel rolls through the air right at you, Alaric, and puts all its arms and legs around you and tries to like grapple you to the ground as it
Oh.
almost just like crashes into you and tries to hit the ground.
Huh? He's trying to fuck you.
Da-da-da.
Alaric, how
Yeah,
are you looking?
I'll be just fine, lad.
How's your health bar looking, Alaric?
An attempted grapple is made by a strength check by the grappler, and the target chooses to resist. So Alaric, do you want to try to dodge out of the way, or do you just want to try to just brute strength, like pop out of its
Rip his
hair?
fucking wings off.
So I want to use my brute strength.
Okay, so you'll make an athletics check.
That's the
Oh, is that
Alaric
how
I
that
paid to
works?
see.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a strength savings throw. It's,
Well, doesn't your athletics use strength? Oh
or
no,
is
he
that,
uses dex.
is that how that works? Or is it? Well, advantage on strength checks. Well,
Is athletics a strength stat?
yeah. Whatever.
Yep.
Either way,
It's
that's
the
fine.
strength
Because
check.
I'm thinking Alaric is raging. He's all just feeling himself, so he would. Yeah. He's not trying
Oh,
to.
He's doing what?
He's
What
not
is
he feeling
trying to. He's not trying to dodge out of a battle. He's trying to just use his raw fortitude to muscle his way through. So yes.
Okay. All right. Athletics check with advantage, or I guess if you have strength advantage. Yep.
It's like King Kong and Godzilla going at it.
You see, I gain advantage on strength checks and savings throws, and athletics is a strength check, so I get advantage on that. Okay, I'm just making sure.
Because you're raging.
Exactly right. So, a million.
Uh,
Natural 20.
Oh wow.
There's advantage on strike. Let's see. You try to emphasis my large include strike checks. Okay. Yep, you were doing it the right way. And yeah, so this dragon, as it gets close to you and its arms and legs start to go around you, you're like, this thing isn't that much bigger than me. Even though it's a dragon, it feels like about your size, and you easily just snap out of it enough that it like kind of like rolls back and it lays kind of on its side right in front of you and does not grapple you.
Okay.
It's like handling a rotisserie chicken for a lark.
And it's your turn, Alaric.
Hey Dan, real quick. Well, I just wanted to say this when you would do. I didn't want to interrupt.
No.
When he said the thing in Draconic.
Yeah.
Can I say something in Goblin and see if they understand it? Because I speak Goblin.
Yeah.
On the hopes that maybe they would have known it.
That's some
Yeah.
Dan Crocus shit, but I like it. That's pretty good.
Dragons are old. He could be hundreds of years old. He might know Goblin.
Yeah, no, that's good. You're doing it for a logical reason. That's good.
So I would just scream, "What the hell's your problem? What are you guys doing? You know, what do you want from us in Goblin?" If they understand it, they understand it.
Yeah, so you're yelling that. So unless anyone else understands Goblin, Ragnar starts just yelling gibberish as this small dragon tries to bear hug Alaric.
Alaric can understand it.
A Goblin? Okay, so you kind of pick up on what Ragnar's saying. Maybe you're surprised that he speaks Goblin in this
This is
moment
like
of
a
like confusion.
New York City bodega. This is great.
I give him like a big like Alaric turns and gives him like a big like the Rock eyebrow like what are you doing?
Yeah, right.
Bunch of fucking foreigners yelling at each other. This is like New York City.
And then maybe
Close to
I would scream in Goblin, Red Drag. You call yourself Red Dragons? You hardly look like more than puppies.
Oh boy.
They don't seem to pick up on what you're saying. You don't think like either they're too in the heat of the moment or don't understand the language. Alaric, it's your turn now. Now that you've resisted this grapple.
I mean, so I just picture Alaric just fighting it off, still weapon drawn, and just flailing
good?
about, trying to kill anything in front of him that's not a friend. And he's just gonna get.
You're all
right
hopped
back
up,
into
right?
it. Oh yeah, dude,
Yeah.
he's all roided
Like
up.
like Mark McGuire after you
Oh,
hit Dinger,
yeah.
right? Like just all hopped up.
all the fucking
Yeah, like he
steroids.
grabbed his son. He almost popped his son's head right off.
That's right.
He grabbed him, and his fucking head almost popped right up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a swing at that dragon right next to me.
If you don't have advantage, take advantage because he's in a compromised position now, missing that grapple, and he's blinded by you.
Okay. Uh, 23 to hit.
Okay, so this thing's like scrambling around on the ground, and you just jam the blood spear right into his soft part of his chest.
Uh, 15 damage.
Blood squirts out everywhere, and it squeals and like puts its arms around the wound to try to hold it. It's still squiggling around though.
Okay. And then, I mean, the moment I pierce him, I would draw it right back out and take another swing. It would look like
Okay.
one fluid motion.
Cool.
Advantage on the second attack or no?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Still prone, still blinded.
23 to hit again.
Yep, same thing. This time you pull it out of his chest. Since it's kind of like flailing around. It's exposed its neck now, and you sink it into its like softer neck flesh.
Okay. 15 damage.
It when you sink it through the throat, it like blood and green stuff and a little bit of smoke and cinder comes out of its mouth and it stops moving.
Do I have another dragon within 30 feet of me? Looks like it.
Yeah.
Pretty much any dragon?
Yeah, this room's only about 20 feet across.
Okay. Then probably the one just slightly above me, north. I am going to use my bonus action. Bonus action? My bonus action to use my my rage effect for that. I'm gonna shoot a bolt of light from my chest.
Same thing as you did the last
Yeah,
time.
so I'm gonna take that second swing and with the spear and kill that dragon, and then probably take my spear and like hold it to the side, like over my shoulder, and then you'll see Alaric kind of like pull his arms back and just like shoot a bolt of lightning out of his chest. And that's a 1d6.
At this one up here in the north one.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
4 damage. Or, I'm sorry, that was the Constitution saving throw, or they take 1d6. Which we said, how did we do that last time?
I don't know, but he only rolled a 10, so that's
right,
even
that's
worse
exactly
than the
how
one
we
before.
decided it
So
last time he rolled 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he failed that one, takes 4 damage, and he's now blinded.
Right, exactly.
Okay. All right. And then the other one, in front of you is lifeless.
Okay.
Now the rest of your teammates have bailed out of the room, and you're still standing there. You know, everybody's retreating, and Sparkle yelled this stuff out, but Alaric is just battle mode. He doesn't hear anything, and everything. He's seeing red and fighting everything to the death. Juniper, it's your turn.
Juniper pops out from behind the column and it kind of taps Deckard a little bit on the back, and she gives him resistance. So he gets a D4, and you can add the number rolled to a saving throw of your choice.
Ooh, nice. So you get the +2 from Thoradin plus a D4 on any savings throw.
And she returns to her spot. And that's it.
Back to her spot. All right, Ragnar, you're up.
I don't know if he's going to come out of that room. I think he wants to kill dragons now. So I don't know if I should go in there.
It's Alaric, it tracks.
Can I hate to waste Deckard's pulling me out, but can I get to the one he blinded?
Get to in what way? Like
Good.
like move to it?
Move to him and then be able to attack him? Yeah, I have 25 feet of movement.
Yeah, you could get there.
Oh, gosh. I don't think he's going to leave that room. I think he's staying in that room. All right, I'll do that. I'm going to move right up to him.
All right. Yep. So you slide past Alaric, who barely sees you. He's just foaming at the mouth and standing in front of all these dragons like he's going to take them all on himself. And you skirt by this other dragon is blinded in front of you. You can see it doesn't even recognize you as you walk right up to it. You gonna attack it?
I'm going to try. Ugh. 16?
16. So you're just running up and you just get there and you're swinging as you're running up and you just whiff.
All right, I would try again.
Okay. You need a 17 to hit, so
19
hits. That one hits. So you swing through once with Shatter Spike, you come back around the other side.
Ugh. 9 damage.
9 damage.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
Am I able to use a bonus action?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to use second wind.
Okay.
So it's 1d10 plus 11. And I get that HP back.
Nice, good roll. 11 back. 11. That's good healing.
So it's a 10, and then you add 11. Is that how that works? Or it's just 10? It says 1d10 plus 11 HP. So whatever you roll plus 11, is that how that works?
Let's see. Checking here. Second wind. Yeah, you got a plus 11. That's because yep.
So that would be 21. Okay.
Yeah, pretty
Cool.
good.
All right,
You
that's
can only
all
use
I
that
got.
once per long rest, though, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
So that's used.
All right. This dragon here, sees Ragnar coming in and notices that his friend up here is in trouble and swings and flies down and tries biting at you, Ragnar. 23 to hit.
That hits.
11 piercing damage. Plus 2 fire damage.
So 13.
And Spargle, it's your turn. Now you've been holding this action, trying to get everybody out of the room, but they're rushing back in to fight. So you're standing there kind of right in the doorway. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna abandon that. Can I don't blow a spell slot if I abandon that path
No.
action, right?
No, you didn't use it.
All right. Well, and does that mean I don't have an action for this? I have movement, but do I not have an action, or does that
Nope.
mean it?
Nope, you're good. You never used it. That's all.
All right.
It
I'm
never-
just gonna back up, and I'll go behind like this column thing, use it kind of as cover, and take a shot with I'm gonna grab my light crossbow and take a shot at this guy on the south end.
Okay. Sounds good.
Do I know much about dragons? Can I assume? I don't want to meta, but like I don't think I want to attack it with fire, and that's like pretty much everything I do is fire.
If you're asking what you might know about dragons,
Red dragons, yeah.
Can make I mean, yeah, it's not a long stretch for you to know that fire dragons are probably fire's not the best thing against them.
Right. Okay. All right. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like,
No.
is it a fair? Okay, 23.
That hits.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay, this one hadn't been hit before, but it wait, I'm sorry, this one down here?
Yeah.
Ah.
That's what I think that's the one I can see probably.
Yeah. No, my bad. That was the one that got hit a few times. Takes another crossbow bolt right in the chest. Sinks in deep. Anything else?
Nope, that'll do it.
Thoradin, you're up next. And then Deckard, you're up after him.
It's my turn or it's Matt's?
Matt's now, but then you're up after him.
Okay.
Okay, so I am going to go in the room. Okay, I'm gonna go right there. And I am going to they're fire-based creatures, right? Yeah.
You have seen them shooting fire out.
Yeah, that would be safe to assume. Okay, so I'm gonna take a swing. I'm gonna take a swing with Talon.
Okay.
Go
for it.
Yeah, let's do it. Can I decide now that I want to drop the shield and use Talon as a two-handed martial, like a martial weapon?
You can do that, but it'll be dropped on the ground, and it'll take you time to pick it back up unless
I
it's
wanted
after
to.
the fight. But if you're like rest of the fight, just drop your shield and grab your sword with two hands. Go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I've never done this before, so let's see how it works. 21.
It hits. So Thornton comes running into the room, scrambles by everybody, throws his fancy shield on the ground, and grabs Talon with both hands, which you guys don't normally see him do, and he swings at the back of this. Actually, you had advantage. That one's blinded.
Okay, so let me roll another one just in case.
Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Yeah. So you could potentially get a. Okay, either way, it hit. So just want to make sure you didn't get a critical.
Thank you. That was very, very nice of you. All right, so two-handed, 1d4, 1d10 plus 4. So it's 6, and then improved divine smite. By 11th level, you're so fused with righteous smite that all your melee weapon strikes carry divine power. Whenever you hit a creature with a melee weapon, the creature takes extra 1d8 radiant damage. So 10 damage from that round of attack. I do get an extra attack, so I'm going to do it again. With advantage, which is nice. 23, okay.
All right, also hits.
So that's a 7 plus my divine smite. 2 is 9, so 19 total damage.
Ooh, okay. That's exactly what you needed. And so that one, who's blinded and kind of flailing around in front of, between the two dwarves now, Thoradin just kind of rolls in and just whack, whack, two hands, shatters, or Talon both times. And you guys also see these blasts of white, holy light coming out of the wounds as he cuts, and the second one cleaves the dragon's neck right off. And the neck hole just lets out this quick little flashbulb light of radiant white light as its body falls to the ground.
We're the
they
fucking
holy
dragon
dragons?
slayers out here, Matt. Me and you, brother.
Yeah,
Dragon.
I don't fuck around, man.
They don't want to fuck with us.
my-
We're the Bash brothers
That's right, man. That's
Deckard, you're up. Everybody
You're
rushed
so
back into the room. You hear dragon bodies hitting the ground, but you still there's one flapping its arms in the middle of the room, and the one down in the corner, kind of snarling at Alaric.
Okay. So one thing that also I just realized has been occurring this whole session is that Deckard's paws have been on fire the whole time as well. So I've just been walking around with flaming claws.
No, like it.
I
mean, I don't know if
you
that's
good?
good
last
for
time
you,
I
but I
forgot,
like it.
I did my crimson light
That's right.
last time when I thought we were gonna fight. So I've just got these flaming claws.
You've been on fire this whole fucking session, really.
Yeah, I didn't really need the torch, even though I was carrying it around in my mouth.
Yeah.
You need all the fire.
So Deckard spits the torch out of his mouth. And
I guess technically werewolves have hands, so I was just being funny. Yeah.
and I'm just for a little flair, Deckard in like his like bestial agility, like jumps, kicks off this wall right here, and dives at this dragon in the corner.
That one in the that's the one that's sort of more on the ground too. So you kind of like come in the room and kind of like parkour off the wall and like lunge right at it.
And I just claw at it with both down with the first hand.
All right, I dig it.
So if I recall,
That one's been hit a few times too, by the way.
Full Wolverine.
so I get when I'm in hybrid form. Sure. Yeah, okay. I use the attack action to make an unarmed. So when I use my claws, I can make one additional as a bonus action. So technically, it's kind of like my crossbow expert. Like I can claw, and then extra attack.
Yep. Okay.
So I'm gonna claw him. This flaming claw comes down, and then the other thing. Sorry, I'm not used to being in werewolf form. Checking. I'm pretty sure this is all magical damage too. Think. Shoot. Yeah. Thought I just saw it. I was just reading through this, so I knew. For my turn. Now I can't find it. Pretty sure that my attacks are magical.
It's okay. They're not immune to anything other than fire, so you can just roll.
Okay. Maybe really. So
And
there's
Alaric, we'll be back up to you after this. That's a hit.
Yep. And so that's just like my regular damage.
13.
And then here's my Crimson Right damage. So 4 fire damage. Oh yeah, they're immune to fire, aren't they?
Yep.
So that does nothing. Fire damage.
Right.
And then I attack the other claw.
You do notice the claws are ripping through, and the second one as well, hitting it pretty hard. But that a little bit extra fire doesn't do much.
18 to hit, and then 10 more damage.
All right.
And then I come through again with another one.
Wait, why you hit? You get a third attack?
Yeah, so if I
It's
use
like
an
2
action,
attacks, then
when
he
I'm
gets a
in,
bonus attack.
Oh, right. Yep,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay,
Attack,
and the
attack.
third, the third hits. All right, so you kind of like roll in, slide off the wall, just shredding this thing, and it like makes a little like puppy kind of whimper sound, and it's all like hunched over and kind of like curled up, but it's still alive. Anything else?
That's it. Yep.
In a move of sort of desperation, Deckard, it jumps on top of you and just tries to grapple you. So I need like an athletics check. Well, I guess it's up to you if you want to dodge it or try to break free of it.
I want to break free of it. Well,
okay.
It depends. If it's a strength saving throw, I'd want to do that because I have all these bonuses. But it's just an athletics check versus what would dodge be?
Acrobatics.
So yeah, I mean, it's not a huge.
It's not going to matter. You rolled a natural 20.
Well, I get is athletics considered a strength check?
Uh-huh.
So I'd get advantage on that. I'll take that because I'm in.
Yeah, I just looked that up for Alaric.
So yeah, I'll do an athletics check.
Okay. It actually wraps you up and kind of rolls you to the ground, and it has you, and it starts to move its mouth around your head as if it's trying to snap your neck off. But
so Deckard is grappled.
Yeah. Deckard is grappled and like tied up with this dragon wormling on the ground. They're almost like sort of all like intertwined. That dragon wormling though looks like it's on its deathbed. And it's your turn, Alaric.
All right, so I mean, without missing a beat, Alaric would just charge down there and try to absolutely impale this dragon that's got Deckard impaled. That said, though, not that this happens all that often. When an enemy has a friendly grappled, does that in any way, shape, or form affect me? Like, negatively? Like I need to be careful about an attack or something like that?
Um,
Or am I just still just swinging at it and it is what it is?
no, it's nope, it won't affect you. You're skillful enough. You'll be able to hit it.
Okay. Then I am just going to try to put my spear right
Stab
through
it?
this thing's throat.
Stab it with your spear. All right.
Yep. Tw-
You kill it.
okay.
So this wormling comes, grabs Deckard. They kind of like tumble to the ground and has him wrapped up. He's about ready to bite his face. And you just come by and just kind of like stab it in the side of the neck, and it rolls right off of Deckard and is dead.
Cool.
Still your turn.
Just
The one that's in the middle of the room's barely been touched. He's just kind of like floating there. Just happens to be the one that didn't sort of engage too much with the rest of you.
what okay, so I moved a little bit. I was already weapon drawn attacking. So I moved 5-10 feet and took a swing.
You can break up your movement, so you could use your movement attack and then use the rest of your movement.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just actually I might even be able to just attack him right side. But either way, I'll just move a square over and I'll attack that one above me.
Okay.
Is my second attack. Uh, 22 to hit.
Also hits. It hits.
10 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then the same thing. You're gonna see right after that swing, Alaric's just gonna like pull both of his arms back and stick his chest out and attempt to shoot a bolt of lightning at this thing.
That's a con save.
Yeah.
That time you got an 18.
Okay. That's probably a success, I would think, for him.
Yep, we'll call it a success for now, because I ain't gonna waste any time.
Okay.
So Juniper, you're up. You hear all these dragons dying in there. Everybody's rushed back into the room, and you can see in, and there's just this one left, kind of floating around in front of Alaric, like between the dwarves and Alaric.
Juniper is going to do her standard move of slightly moving away from the pillar so that she can get line of sight, and then trying to Eldritch Blast this thing.
All right.
21.
21 hits.
We're done.
Nice. Hits it really square. This thing's getting hit from a couple different angles. It's spinning around in the air, trying to keep itself kind of afloat, but still alive. Ragnar, you're up next. Anything else, Juniper?
No, that's it.
Okay. Ragnar, this one's right in front of you still.
Can I reach him?
Yeah.
He's like hovering, or?
Yep. About 5 feet off the ground. You could reach him.
All right. Take a swing at this guy. 10 does not hit.
Nope. You completely whiff. You get and yeah. Kind of spin around. Thorin looks over at you and kind of smirks.
12 doesn't hit either.
Nope. No, just I don't know what's going on with Ragnar, but he's over there just flailing around, getting a little too excited or something. But he missed.
Too much Red
Uh,
Dragon Crush for you, lad.
I didn't drink the red, I drank the white.
That's the problem.
The dragon though twists around towards you, Alaric, and breathes out its last breath of fire. A dexterity check. Just it'll clip you too, Deckard. He's gonna kind of focus it on Alaric, but it's gonna cone into that whole corner. It fills the whole corner of the room with fire, so you both need to make a dex save. 13.
Don't forget to add a D4, Deckard.
Oh right.
And then
Yeah,
Adam,
you
a
got that
D2.
resistance.
I mean, +2, Adam.
Plus
Right.
2.
Right. Yeah.
It's a dex
Adam
save.
+2, Deckard a
20.
D4. It's a dex save. Yep.
22 for me then.
Okay.
I
Fuck
got
yeah,
a
man.
24 without the modifiers.
Oh, fuck that dragon.
Jesus. Okay. All right. So you guys take half of 18, so 9 fire damage.
Right in his greaseball ass. Let's do this.
And Spargo, you're up next.
Can I see him from this angle or not? Maybe up. So
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
okay. If I can also, I'll drop if it's better shot, I'll drop down one here and
Yeah. No, you're good.
okay, and do the same thing and take a shot with my crossbow.
Okay.
8.
That
Crap.
misses, like maybe because you're moving or you don't use your crossbow a lot, but it just goes flying wide. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Porden, you're up.
So I'm already adjacent to the last dragon. So
Yeah, you're right there behind it. It had turned towards Alaric and Deckard, so you're actually like facing its big dragon bunghole right now.
Right, yeah, it's dragon bunghole.
Bunghole.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna slash at him, just right at his fucking dumb head.
Two-handed still?
Yeah, I'm still two-handed.
All right.
And just so everyone understands my logic behind that, it seemed like I wasn't the one, tanking or charging into this fight. So I said, fuck it, let me, do a little bit more damage. Not that that's, relevant. All right, so 12, that's a miss.
That one missed, even though he's turned around. Swing again.
26.
That one hits square, though.
Fucker. Ten plus 4. Ooh, 14.
Damn.
And then
This one also looks like it's barely afloat. It's all ripped up. Blood and scales are kind of falling off of it, but it's still upright. Deckard, you'll be up
I get the divine.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you get divine, do you have divine smite on top of that?
Improved divine smite. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Roll that in there.
So that's a 1.
Okay. Still floating. A little bit extra. Little spark of holy magic didn't kill it.
So I think that is gonna be. That's it for me.
Okay. Deckard, it's up to you. There's just one dragon on its deathbed in the middle of the room, 3 dead laying on the ground, dwarves and raging Alaric are beating the shit out of this thing.
Kick his ass, see
Yeah.
that.
I lunge over and just shred it. Yeah, buddy.
Is that that's a, okay.
All right, so it's
Hey, go ahead and roll just
it's in
because I want to see the
pieces.
damage, but it is probably bad.
I Mario wall jump from one to the other and then just come down with a vengeance.
Oh, that's Assassin's Creed shit right there.
Yes. Oh yeah, it is super dead. So yeah, so after this dragon flailing around in the middle of the room gets beat up by the dwarves, Deckard werewolf form just leaps right at it and just tears apart its whole chest cavity as it just falls to the ground, and he keeps just clawing and gnashing at it as it's already dead. And this room's quiet. You got a clear shot to the front door at this point.
What would you do?
Behind you still quiet.
Should we leave Dan? What do you think?
That's entirely up to you guys.
Well, I mean, we came in here. We probably should at least look through the doorway leading out of this room.
Which is open.
It leads
Now
to
you
outside,
need,
right?
yeah, you
Does
need
that
to
lead-
if you
Say it again. Sorry.
yeah. So that the doors out of this room are open, like further beyond these doors here that you came in
Right.
through are open and lead out into the sort of courtyard.
Okay. We don't see anything out there. We don't see more dragons out there waiting for us.
Not from what you can see. So yeah, if you look out of the doors here, you see that it kind of like opens up wide like that out into the front entryway of the entire castle, which you guys all came in from.
Okay.
Are you looking, Alaric? Are you moving?
That's what I was gonna
to the
say.
doorway?
It's safe to assume that like as soon as this fighting ended, Alaric probably would have been like, because we were heading this way, Alaric probably would have like maybe poked his head through the front doors just to see if there was anything out there. Maybe he wouldn't like ran out guns blazing looking to kill everything, but just see if there's more shit coming through the front door for us.
Yeah.
You guys wanna
So
just go to the pub instead? You want to just leave and go to the pub?
Yeah.
bye, Strahd. We're going to get a glass of
Seems
grape
like-
mash.
Leave.
How long do you think he'd hide before he'd realize we left?
You should just leave. Do you guys want to leave? Fuck this guy.
He's in a closet.
He can have Barovia. Can we get out of here? He can have it.
What if we just went to the bar and just started drinking? Like, oh, hey, Strad. I figured you'd find us at some
He'd
point.
show up. He'd be like, "Guys, what's the deal?"
Guys, I was waiting for you. We're playing hide and seek, and you guys just quit playing, and I was still in the
When-
closet.
I set all
When
these
are we gonna
booby
do
traps
the
for you,
fight?
and you guys went to the fucking bar. We have
Ah,
so many more
Do the
dragons.
fight.
And you killed all my dragons.
I raised those since they were babies.
So Alaric, you go to the door and you kind of poke your head out to see if there's anything else out there, any movement. With a 15 passive perception, you don't hear or see anything in terms of creatures or any activity in the courtyard. But it wasn't that long ago that you came this way. You walked across the bridge, across the real deep chasm where the carriage dropped you guys off, and Rahadin had brought you through here. What you do see that's different, you don't see anybody out here, but the really thick, opaque fog that you guys had seen at the very edges of the domain when you first got here, and also if you remember when you were in Kresk, there was sort of a wall of this thick fog. That fog now seems to be a wall or dome around the castle itself. So as where you're expected
so you
to
mean
see,
it's like developed, so it's even thicker.
well, so
Or
like
more
you'd
order.
expect, it wasn't, hours ago that you guys came in here to come to dinner. You came across this bridge. You don't no longer see the bridge. You just see a white wall of thick fog. And when you kind of glance around, it looks like a dome around the entire castle.
You're trapped.
So
Yeah,
he's
is what you're
trying to
saying.
trap us in here, right? So it would be
So
like
what you're
if
saying
we were
is
gonna head
we're
out of
not
here, we
having
would have been
back-
lost. It would have been like that. What's that fucking Mist movie where it was all bullshit and you can't see shit?
Stephen King movie, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's actually pretty close to the reality here. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so he's trying to keep us contained. Got it. Alark would poke back in and be like, "Hey guys, it's all fucked. We have to find him soon."
It's all fucked.
It's a maze out there. We're never getting out until we kill Strahd.
All right then.
Well, so I think it's. I mean, unless we're gonna start rummaging through dead dragons, looking for loot, we're gonna head back
Well,
in.
In fact, I was going to ask, can I chop off some pieces of hide? Some like intact pieces of hide? I want
Scales,
some
like
scale. Yeah, I
dragon
want some
scale?
scale.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want some scale if I want to use it later for some projects I might be doing.
Can I wear
Yeah,
the head
yeah.
as a mask?
You trying to make a red dragon scale protector shield?
Nice. That's good fire resistance.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make something. I mean, I'm a blacksmith, you know. I like to
Like-
tinker.
I like it.
So I'm gonna grab like enough scales that's not gonna be cumbersome,
Yeah.
but enough to
Yeah.
maybe like do something.
That's
Sure.
good for the Onyxia fight. We'll do that.
Make a survival check.
You got it. Where the hell is that? All right. 17.
17. Yeah, you get a we'll call it you just put in your inventory as like a handful of red dragon wormling scales.
Okay.
And from your knowledge of traveling and exploring, you know, regardless if you make something out of them, they might be worth something
Okay. Yeah.
just because of their rarity and properties.
Cool.
What else would you guys like to do in here? It's pretty quiet now. Other
I don't
than
have
that incessant heartbeat that has not stopped. Now that the fight has ended, you kind of hear that again.
When I poked my head out the front door, did that seem to change at all?
The heartbeat? No, not really.
So he's in our fucking heads. Got it. All right, Deckard, lead the way. Where do you want to go?
Deckard throws the blood off of his claws, like kind of like when your hands are wet and like you get the water off.
Wipe it off on
Splatter.
a lark.
Yeah,
Fine.
Deckard starts like with his paws, like like rubbing them all over. Just start giving him like war paint of dragon blood. Kidding. They don't actually do that.
Just can you just put like a light claw mark across my face, so I get like a bloody werewolf?
Got a warlock.
Got it. It'd be awesome. Yeah, I like it. I'm ready.
Yeah, Deckard. Deckard kicks these doors open real quick just to look inside. I ain't going in. I'm looking.
Okay. So you pop open one of those two doors, and a little bit of light from the room here floods in, and you see it looks like a long hall. So you can see about 20 or 30 feet into it, and it keeps going. It is there's a bunch of dust. And it keeps kind of going further to the east. You see a bunch of webs from an arched ceiling. They almost look like drapes. And then all along the wall, about 10 feet apart from each other, you see these life-size statues, human-sized statues of knights. And their eyes, as you walk in, the eyes of the statues almost seem to be like following you.
Seem to
Be
be
what?
like what?
Following you.
Oh, I thought you said
Oh.
bawling, like crying.
No. So Deckard, like as you walk up to the door and you look at these statues, you swear that the first set of the two of them almost like turned their eyes towards you.
Deckard closes the door real quick and turns to the rest of the group. He's like, "All right, fuck that. We ain't going that way. I like the stairs over here."
What do you guys want to do?
It's like,
Check out the steps.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, it's probably, yeah.
We don't need to fight no more statues.
go up.
All right. So that is
Dan, I'll
yeah.
let you keep track of time. I'm a werewolf for an hour, so
Okay.
from when I activated it.
Okay. Yeah, it's only been maybe half that time, right? You guys deliberated in the dining hall a little bit. You explored the other room, and then you had your combat with the red dragons. Yeah, so you see that this staircase it's really wide, like 20 feet wide, big grand steps, dusty, cobwebby, but otherwise really solid. And yeah, if you guys are all, thank you for moving your tokens around. You wrap around the top, and it opens up into a wide sort of landing at this next arc up of the stairs, about 20 feet up. And you see there's these massive stairs rise to a landing 20 feet wide by 40 feet long. Stone arches support a ceiling covered with frescoes 20 feet overhead. The frescoes depict armored knights on horseback, their finer features faded beyond recognition. Dust floats in the air here. At the end of the south wall, a staircase rises into the darkness. Between the staircases are twin alcoves, each one containing a standing suit of armor covered with dark stains. Each suit of armor clutches a mace, but the business end of which is shaped like a dragon's head. And then there's some words or letters engraved on the arches above the suits of armor, but they've been like scratched, like completely scratched out.
Have eyes that are following me.
Not the same as those other ones. I mean, like maybe like a nice painting or a fine work of art might provide that illusion, but not as eerie as the ones you just saw in the other room.
I don't reckon anybody wants to get a closer look at one of them statues. Probably come to life and fight us.
While he says that, Alaric would just walk up to the one that he's closest to. And just
Which do you want to move there?
Examine it. I'm like here, right? Like I'm between the two.
Yep. Okay.
I want to do it. And I'm just going to get all up in its grill.
So as you walk up to it and you feel a click and as you step up to it, and suddenly the armor starts flailing around like just wildly like this, almost like kind of like comically like a weird puppet, and its mace comes swinging down towards you. Make a dexterity check.
This place sucks.
21.
A 21. You manage to dodge it, and then the armor, like just like a weird mannequin thing, just kind of like goes back into its natural state and kind of sits there haphazardly.
Is it safe to like I would have noticed that I stepped on some kind of thing?
Yep, it was. You felt the click.
All right. Alaric would relay that. Be like, watch where you walk. Be cautious.
Yeah, do we see any other, like, just when he mentions that, I'll kind of like get kind of close to the ground and look around. And
Okay,
see.
make a perception check.
Perception?
Can I get my guidance first?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, Sparkle goes into sleuth mode. Juniper reaches out and gives him a little extra magical inspiration. So you get to roll a d4 on top of that.
Yep. So 18.
18. Yeah. So you see
Thanks, Jennifer.
Teamwork.
you notice two distinct plates on the floor, which seem to be pressure plates. I think I tried to uncover them. I don't know if you guys can
I
see them.
it. It's like a red dotted.
Yep. You see two of them?
There's a couple plates here right in front of the statues. Probably don't want to step on him.
You guys see him now? Alaric's like, yeah, no shit. Thing almost punched me in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a way to get close to them and steal those maces?
No, let's move on.
I mean, you can
Alright.
attempt to, but you're pretty sure that now there's these very mechanical plates. So if you step on them, you know what they're going to do. But if you want to try to do something outside of that,
Deckard goes up.
okay. Let's see. Now I have to do other things. Give me a second. This is where I'm not entirely sure where everybody's going to go. So I don't. This castle's confusing. K25. All right. Sorry to keep you in the dark here for a second.
All good.
How does it like keep your tokens like in the same spot, just put them in a different floor basically, or does it have to?
Now I gotta like copy and paste them and move them around and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, it's kind of a pain, but hey, at least the website's working.
Yeah. Beggars can't be choosers.
Right.
All right, so you guys climb this grand staircase, come around, you see these two statues, and then they continue up. You now know that you're on the floor above, and what you walk up into is what you would think is like the castle's like audience hall, or where like people would come visit the regent or the royalty. A dim light from the courtyard falls into this great hall through the broken glass and iron latticework of a large window on the west wall. So this west wall here is essentially an entire fancy glass window, the front of the building, basically. The immense room is a place of chilly, brooding darkness. Empty iron sconces dot the walls. Hundreds of dust-laden cobwebs drape the hall, hiding the ceiling from view. Directly across from the window stand a set of double doors to the east. You guys should see that there. Further south, so as you kind of like step into the room, I'll reveal the rest of it. Yeah. Further, sorry.
Is that a heart?
What?
Is that? Wondering if this is a heart.
Oh,
Just
oh,
eating.
no, I'm getting there. Sorry. Directly across from the window, the double doors on the east wall. Further south, a single door also leads from the east wall. So you see this like a little smaller door down this large room. No, that's a throne, by the way. Staircases at both ends of the north wall lead down, which is where you just came from. I can reveal those now that you're in the room. At the far southern end of the hall, a large wooden throne stands atop a marble dais.
Dice.
The high back throne faces south, away from most of the room.
It's turned away, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you said it before, but when we went up the stairs, did we go up like 3 stairs or like hundreds? Like, was it a long ways up?
You went up a floor. So it was like a set of steps up to a landing that turned you and then went up another like 20 feet. So it was like 20 and 20 feet. Each floor is about 40. So you're on the next floor up from where you guys were at.
Okay.
It just turned once. What would you like to do?
Go explore that throne.
I support it. I'd follow Deckard.
Okay.
Okay,
You guys
so-
kind of move yourself around.
Yep.
Go ahead and make a perception check. There's a lot of dust and cobwebs
all
around
of
here.
us,
Otherwise,
or-
so those that no, the three of you that walked over to the throne, you don't see anything in the throne. So it's weird that its back is turned like away from the main chamber of the room. That seems strange to you. But as you kind of like walk up to the throne and look around it, there's nothing in it, or there's nothing unique about the throne or anything else over here. But make a perception check because it's dusty and cobwebby.
17 for a lark.
24.
11. Unless it's not. I don't know if it's hearing or.
You guys don't see anything interesting around the throne, but Ragnar, you glance to the south wall and you notice that one section of the wall seems to be less dusty than other areas, which is right about here. One thing.
So I'd walk over. And you said it seems less dusty?
Yeah, or like everything else is covered with cobwebs, but there's this one section of wall that doesn't have any cobwebs, and you just happen to be perceptive enough that you're like, that's weird.
So I got to use a bomb there.
It's got a different like graphical texture than the other, wall segments.
Oh, was that a Contra reference?
I was thinking of Link when you got to put
Zelda.
the bombs.
Oh, yeah.
So very carefully, I would want to
I meant Metroid. Sorry.
maybe kind of run my fingers on it to see if I notice like a seam or anything.
Just
And when you do, you do notice a very very hidden little kind of handle that you can get your fingers into, and it opens as a secret door into another room.
Yeah, go ahead. Put your finger in there.
just to see if you like it.
Lads, there's
And
a door here.
And you kind of crack it open a little bit, and you see that there's a hallway behind it.
This is his rat line. This is how he runs around the castle, like the rat that he is. So I'd peek in there.
When you look inside, you see a long, narrow corridor that runs east and west. More cobwebs. It's hard to see too far either direction. But it's a hallway.
Lads, you want to check out this hallway? Let's go. All right, I would step 1 foot in. I would just step like right into the doorway.
Cool.
And just see if anything happens to me.
Yeah, you don't notice anything. Nothing jumps out at you. But now you can look a little bit east and west. And to your east, you see what looks like another set of stairs. Another spiral staircase like you saw down below that's going up and down. To your west, you see that the hall like sort of continues, and there might be like a couple of openings that way.
So I'd yell into the room here. It looks like there's a staircase going up. Maybe it leads to his bedroom when he's trying to get a snack. But there's another hallway over here. So I'm going to start walking over this way. I don't know if anybody wants to come with me.
Yeah, I'd say you guys move together. Whoever wants to move.
I don't want to get kidnapped.
Unless it's
Yeah,
Irina.
I'm just following
That's
you.
fine.
He's mad at me that I took his book out and told everybody about all his fucking
his-
thoughts. He didn't like that I held his fucking diary up in front of his girlfriend. But listen, you accuse me of crimes I don't commit. That's what's going to happen.
He likes his toes sucked, Irina. This guy's a fucking weirdo.
Last Tuesday, I had a bad day and wet my pants.
He's-
He wants you to put your finger just around the rim.
The kids at Vampire School are making fun of me. So Ragnar, you look down, you're looking straight ahead as you're walking down the hallway, and you see that you're walking towards a turret post. So now you're second floor, you're kind of 40, 60 feet off of the ground. You can tell that this is like maybe where historically, you know, architecture and structures. This is probably where a bunch of archers would be set up to defend the castle. And you see this turret area with a bunch of arrow slit kind of holes all around it. It's a high dome ceiling, caps a 30-foot wide octagonal room. Frescoes are faded with age and adorn the ceiling. You can't really make out what they are. And then these tall, thin arrow slits look out all around the room. And then if you look to the north room where you're standing, like if you look to your right, you'll see that that is another archer's post. So that just looks like a couple more arrow slits that look out over the front of the courtyard in that room.
No items strewn about or anything. No.
No, almost
everywhere.
completely empty. This almost feels like more external to the castle.
I'm not even gonna go poking around. So I guess you guys want to go up these stairs, or you want to check the doors out
I mean,
back in
it's
the throne room?
door. You think there'd be something back here to, you know?
Well, we don't know where the staircase leads.
That's what I mean. I think there's. I don't know. I think it's worth exploring.
Yeah, we gotta. Does it go up and down or just up?
The spiral staircase to the east looks like it goes up and down.
Mm.
Oh.
This could go to his coffin down. It could go to his bedroom up. This thing was hidden for a reason. We got to check this out. I would walk over to the beginning of the stairs.
Okay.
If anybody's coming.
Let me see if there's more I can tell you about that. If there's anything interesting. It's the long, hollow sigh of the wind breathes a semblance of life into this otherwise featureless staircase. Being that it's a little bit more on the periphery of the building, that you get the weird wind kind of sound. Ragnar, you might not be wrong in that this seems to be, the construction seems to be sort of outside of the interior, intentional part of the building, right? Like this seems to be more of a side, hidden annex type of area than like where most of the traffic in the castle would have gone.
Where you guys want to go? Up or down?
I say up.
All right, that works for me.
Let's go up.
I think it's all guessing right now. So. There
Jennifer
was-
seen any horror movies? Would she know not to go up the stairs?
What was that?
Has Jennifer seen any horror movies? Would she know not to go up the stairs?
Hide in the tool shed.
You know, the only thing that makes me wonder is that, you know, in that poem that we read about the stones, it says there's blue to the ancient magic's womb, yellow to the master's tomb. To me, I feel like a tomb, if we're looking for Strahd himself, right? And we don't want to keep fighting a lot of his, you know, henchmen here. Tomb seems down, don't you think? I mean, even though
Alaric gives Sparkle the thumbs up.
Yeah, I agree with that. It would be down probably.
underground kind of thing. So
But would he go in his coffin right now
With
when he
all-
knows
yeah,
we're
it's
running
probably
around?
where he rests,
That's a
along
good
with all of
point.
his dead friends and shit.
He's not going night night right now, right? He's trying to stay up. He's got fall bow.
Maybe
His dead friends.
maybe he exerted a lot of spell force and needed to recuperate, and this is just a maze,
Yeah.
right? Where
I mean,
he's just trying
yeah,
to buy
eventually he
time, and
has
he's
to return
resting in
back
his
to it.
fucking coffin. He's a fucking
Should we
vampire.
burn this down?
Just saying.
That'd be some balls if he goes to bed with us running around.
Well,
The
rest
arrogance
is
of
rest.
this guy, you know?
I mean, he's got a pair on him.
He just used a level 6 spell slot on that fucking mass vanish.
Yeah.
So,
Now it's time to strike.
just
Yeah.
saying, he's trying to get that back for the final showdown.
Maybe we should be looking for the
I don't know.
ancient magic's womb then. And I don't know. I you know, I don't know, because then the Eva's card said staggering heights, so I don't know. I still feel like we're just guessing.
Yeah, and you're right though. That's a double-edged sword. Does it mean the top of the castle, or does it just mean
Right.
that the castle is up high?
Right. We're way up above the exactly.
Right. I feel like that's more has to do with the location of the actual castle. So.
Yeah, probably.
But you're right. It's a guessing game. We don't know anything with certainty.
So what are you thinking? Are you guys still going up, down?
I mean, I think we started going up, so I think we're committed to that, and then maybe we kind of see what we see.
That's up to you
there
guys.
and make a decision.
Sure.
Maybe
I'm
we
fine
start
going up,
back
but I only see a black screen. Is that
yeah.
Well,
right,
I'm
is
waiting
that
to
normal?
tell you. I'm waiting for you guys to tell me what you're
Well,
doing.
I mean,
I want to
yeah,
make sure.
I think regardless,
I
we
could
kind
go
of
up.
all committed to going up. So
Okay. All right. So you find this spiral staircase at the end of the secret hall, and you go up it. It's 20. It's about 20, 40 feet up around a winding 10-foot wide, nice spiral staircase, and you get up here. And I will let you guys know, just since I'm using different sort of map constructs here, that you are you get to the top of this stair, and you are standing on the curtain wall around a parapet. It looks very familiar to you. Sparkle, you immediately remember where you're at. You rush over excitedly to say, like, well, I think this is where we teleported in. That's your instinct. I'm assuming that you would do that. Or regardless of whether you would do that, I don't want to assume what you're doing. But Sparkle, you look over knowing that this is where you guys teleported in. You see that the teleportation circle that you teleported into, that had the nice fine chalk and arcane stuff, has all been like smashed. It has all been like brushed around. It's just fucking sand and shit everywhere. It's completely destroyed.
I'm assuming it recently,
Make an insight check or investigation.
that might
That's
even be
fucked
safe
up.
to assume, right? Unless this is an illusion or something. I mean, how long ago was it that we actually used it?
20.
Yeah, you can tell that this was just done.
That's
Moments,
fucked up.
maybe
What?
moment within the last 20 minutes.
Okay, but that said, is that a little bit of a paper trail for us? Maybe we are going in the right direction, up rather than down. Right? I mean, that's. I don't know.
He's got secret doors everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. He's probably he can fucking get wherever he wants in the castle at any time. So who knows?
So,
Sparkle?
yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Sparkle,
please.
share with us that this looks familiar.
Yeah, Sparkle, what do you say? I explained that to you, Ponch. So, no, what do you say?
This is where we came in, and then we went to the left, and that's when we got in a fight with that armor. That last time.
Yeah. Don't we want to make it back to the flame where we can use maybe some of these gems here?
You got there through the library, in his study last time.
Yeah.
So we could get to that. If we go around this and get back to where his library was, that was one floor down. But we'd be going near his bedroom, so
We should head for that.
maybe we'll catch him on the shitter.
All right. Well, it's almost 11:30. You guys have just finally kind of navigated the castle back to where you initially teleported in to find that the teleportation circle's been destroyed. I think that's kind of a cool spot to stop, because you guys now have your bearings a little bit. You've seen that the castle's a little bit disturbed. The front entryway wasn't exactly what you expected, but you took care of those dragons. And you're moving your way up the castle. That heartbeat has gotten a little bit louder.
Oh.
Okay.
Interesting.
And that's where we'll leave it off.
Like it.
Good shit.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, I'm glad we got the game in after all that nonsense.
Yeah, no,
right,
now
I'm
I was
gonna
I'm
cut-
thinking we were going to be able to because it.
Thank you to all of our viewers. We
I'm gonna cut the
appreciate you.
stream off.